Okay, so it's no secret my 135i is going. I've done many videos on it saying how they've let me down, all the issues, everything like this. But that does mean something new has to come to the channel and to my life. And I've been thinking long and hard about it, and I don't know. I've got a couple of options, and they're the options which I've taken from all the cars I've owned, what I know I like and what I know I want to do. Because let's face it, I've had a lot of cars, I've had a lot of plans. It's not often the plans actually go through. So let's head over to Auto Trader and let's have a look at what cars I'm considering. But just quickly, I'm going to be, if and when they eventually take this back, I'm going to be getting two cars. One is an everyday car that's already sorted out. It's going to be like a Passat of some sort. You probably won't see it on the channel. That's going to be my everyday car, as I said. The second car, which we're going to be talking about in this, which is what I'm going to be showing you, is going to be my weekend fun track show car. Now, what I mean by that is, it's got to be a car that I love, car that I enjoy, and a car that will be good for the channel. So I'll be going into the ins and outs, but essentially there's some cars on here which I'll take on track, and then we can do track content. It's something I've always wanted to do. I bought my Polo GTI with the intention to take it on track. I never did, so that is an itch I want to scratch. Then we've got the other side of it, like the show side of it. I bought my Polo June, and I had my Mark 6 Gold, Mark 6 Fiesta as like the intentions were to be show cars. Again, I didn't really do it properly, and after having this car, I've learned I need to just stick to a project, stick to a plan. So as I said, we'll talk about it more on Auto Trader. Leave your comments, any suggestions. Hopefully you enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, let's go shopping.
Okay guys, so we've obviously made it onto Auto Trader. As you can see here, this is the value of my car now, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth, but obviously I bought it brand new. You don't expect to make a profit. It's not about that anyway. It just kind of puts into perspective. Obviously my car brand new was 42 grand, and it is absolutely terrible. I know I seem to be like the one person who's had issues. Everyone else seems to love the car, and driving wise, it's a fun car to drive, but just the quality of it, I've been absolutely let down. But that's not what this is about. Let's see what cars are on my short list. This is dead serious. It is going to be one of these four. I don't know which one it is. I kind of want your advice. I'm going to essentially talk you through the plans of each one, what I want to do, what I will do. Let's crack on. Option number one is a ST Performance Edition. Now, if you don't know about these cars, there's only 600 of them made. They come in this color, deep orange. The main thing that's different from them is the color, the Ford Performance wheels, and they come with coilovers as well. I believe they're KW coilovers, but I may be completely wrong. But yeah, this is on the shortlist, and by shortlist I mean I want one quite badly. This one is amazing. I have phoned him up already. He had someone applying for finance, but the fact that it's still on the website tells me it didn't work. It's an immaculate car. This one, like for example, this one is a one owner car owned by enthusiasts. They had like a Focus RS and stuff, 12,000 miles, full service history. This one's perfect. And what you find with the Performance Edition over like the standard ST that I had, people who own the Performance Edition typically care about the car, and they actually take good care of it, whereas the ST can fall into some bad hands. But yeah, what would my plan be if I got this car? So obviously I'll do all the cosmetic mods that I did on my previous one. I think my previous ST looks so good, if I can say that. And driving wise, these cars are incredible. These cars are, I stand by the fact that this is my favourite car I've ever owned, which is a big statement to make. This is my favourite car I've ever owned. As I said, my plan would be to take it on track. So I'd strip out like all the rear interior. I'd get like a K-brace or maybe even a cage, something along those lines. Maybe swap out the seats to racing seats. I'm talking like a proper build, not just like a map and some tyres. Like I want a proper build. A, for the channel. B, as I said, for me, I keep putting off these builds. I keep buying and selling cars. I never hunker down on one build. So it's kind of for me and for the channel. It would just be so good. This would be sick, but it would be my fourth Mark 8 Fiesta. Have I outgrown the platform? Is there still a market for it? as I said, this is a 1 of 600 car. Is it worth me ruining a rare car? Something else to think about with all these cars that I'm going to show you. They have to be like a somewhat keeper car. I can't move on to the next. But yeah, driving wise, out of the cars I've personally owned, the Mark 8 ST was my favourite one. So I had to put it on this list. As I said, if I do get it, it will be like a fast road / track car. So let me know your thoughts on that. That is option number 1. Option number 2 is one that I've been putting off and putting off and putting off. It is a E36 328i. I think these are the prettiest cars ever. Boston green, you know that's the colour I'd go for. I like white as well, but the issue is there's so like few for sale. Most of them have been abused, or like this one, 15 grand. Bloody hell. But let's just have a look at this one. So obviously 328i comes with a 2.5, just under 200 horsepower. They're just great cars. If you can get an M Sport like this one is, I believe this is an M Sport. Yeah, it is an M Sport. If you can get one, they're nice. Obviously, you can always like swap in the interior and the bumpers and all that kind of stuff. But this would be more of a show car for me. I wouldn't drift it. I have no interest in taking a car drifting. But as I said, my Mark 6 Fiesta, my Polo June, I intended to take them to shows, and I never really went ahead with it. So this would be my show car. I put some nice wheels on it, classy wheels, maybe like Alpina or something along those lines. Slam it to the ground. It would be literally like a show queen. I wouldn't take it out drifting. I wouldn't do anything stupid with it. I'd literally keep it as nice as possible, but obviously with a stance touch. That's always been my dream with all of the cars that I've had, and I've never really gone full force with it. And as I said, whatever car does come as my second car once, and if and when the 135i goes, it is going to be like a full send kind of thing. No more games. So yeah, this is definitely high up on my list. The only issue is it's hard to find one in good nick for a good price. It might have to be like a 325 or a 323. But yeah, just got to keep on searching. Option 3 had to be a Mark II Clio. You know I've owned 3 Mark II Clios, What did I just say? I've owned 3 Mark II Clios and 1 Mark III. All of my Renault Sports have broken one way or another. Whether it be my 197, which killed itself, my 182, which was dead before I bought it, or the 172, which killed my bank. But I will say they are amazing. I haven't seen this one yet. I might actually phone him up after this video, because that is a really good price, and that's my favourite colour. Driving wise, they're incredible. It doesn't take a genius to say I'd take this on track. Oh, they are so good. If you've ever driven one or been out in one, you know these are unmatchable, untouchable, whatever the word is. These are incredible. The colour on this is beautiful. I'm definitely going to save that and give him a ring after this. Wow. As I said, it doesn't take a genius to know why this is on my list. It's been an itch that I still haven't been able to properly scratch. And as I said, I'd be doing somewhat full send. So I'd love to take it out on track. Absolutely love to. As I said, well, I haven't said. My first car was a Mark II Clio, so I've always had the bug for them. I just adore them. Absolutely adore them. Yeah, that is high up on my list. Let's go to the 4th and final option. 4th and final option would be a Mark III Megane RS Cup S. Now, this was on my list before I got the 135i, so this is actually a serious contender. If I'm being honest, the E36, as cool as it would be to have like a stance car, I really want to itch this scratch of like track cars. As I said, I got my Polo GTI with the intention to take it on track, and I didn't do anything, but I've still got to scratch that itch. Let's have a look at this one. I'd want one. So the Cup S's, they come as bottom spec as possible, that you can spec them up. So as you see, this one here is a decent spec. You've got the upgraded brakes. You've got the Recaro seats. This is essentially a very high spec. Whereas the white one here, this is a low spec, so you can kind of see through the windows. I've had a flick through earlier. I couldn't really see. but it's got the, I think it's got the standard brakes, it's got the comfort seats. So this is the kind of car that I'd want to go for. And the reason I say that is because I'd want to build it up into a track car. I'd want to build it up into like a capable car. You see, like, it's got the comfort seats, it's got the analog heating controls. This is essentially a poverty spec one, but that's what I'd want personally, because as I said, I'd build it up into the car I want it to be. It'd be good for me, good for the channel. And as you know, any Renault Sport on track is 10 out of 10. And the Mark III Megane has been a scratch I've wanted to itch for ages. And I've said that about all 4 of these cars, and I can promise you, if and when this 135i goes, I will be getting one of these 4 cars, and that is a promise. I truly don't know which way I'm going to go, and that is the honest truth. So any advice is appreciated. Try not to throw a spanner in the works by offering me another car. I kind of want to keep it between these 4 cars because I know what I'm like. I know I like to swap and change cars a bit too often. So I know one of these 4 cars is going to be a keeper for me. With all that being said, thank you for watching this. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Let's see what the future holds, but hopefully it comes sooner than later. Yes, boys. Cheers.